Hello, I'm James Mills and you're watching CATEXTV broadcasting live from Princeton, New Jersey. The time is currently 11:30 a.m. in New York, 4:30 p.m. in London and 12:30 p.m. in Hamilton, Bermuda. Firstly, on this day in 1922, in post-revolutionary Russia, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, known as the USSR, is established. Also known as the Soviet Union, the new communist state was a successor of the Russian Empire and the first country in the world to be based on Marxist socialism. And now to our main news. Israel hit the Gaza Strip with more airstrikes on Tuesday, today, and said its military action could last weeks, while rockets fired by Islamist Hamas struck deep into the Jewish state. Both sides rejected any notion of a ceasefire soon, 3 days after Israeli leaders launched bombing raids with the declared aim of halting rocket salvos from Hamas-controlled coastal enclaves. None of us can say how long it will take, Israeli President Shimon Peres said after being briefed at the Defense Ministry. Defense Minister Ehud Barak said Israel, which is blockading Gaza, was gathering ground forces at the frontier and would expand its operation as much as is necessary to stop the rocket fire and deal a heavy blow to Hamas. Pakistan has blocked a key supply route to US and NATO forces in Afghanistan in order to begin an offensive against militants, officials say. Troops backed by helicopter gunships and tanks began the operation in the Khyber Pass area early today. There has been a spate of hijackings and attacks on vehicles carrying crucial overland supplies to US and NATO troops fighting the Taliban. The route from the port city of Karachi is the major source. About 70% to 80% of supplies for international forces in Afghanistan come through Pakistan, despite efforts to develop alternative routes. In Canada, rescue workers have found the bodies of 7 of 8 snowmobile riders who were buried under 2 avalanches in western Canada's Rocky Mountains. The incident, which happened on Sunday near Fernie, British Columbia, followed days of heavy snow in the region. One avalanche buried a group of 7 men. Another 4 who went to help were buried by a second slip. 3 men had managed to pull themselves free from the snow. One of the men is still unaccounted for. There was no immediate information on where the 7 men's bodies had been found. Early on Monday yesterday, rescue workers dropped explosives from a helicopter onto slopes around the avalanche area to shake loose snow free and make it safe for searchers. Trained teams with dogs then began to search the scene, policemen said. The 3 men who pulled themselves from the snow tried to find their companions, but had to give up because one was injured and they feared another slide, he said. Some 27 inches of snow have fallen in the region in recent days. Forecasters say the danger of avalanches remain high, hampering the search effort. 9 people linked to a deadly toxic milk scandal, which originated in China, went on trial on Monday, China's state news agency has said. 4 were charged with endangering public safety after making and selling protein powder that included melamine, reported Xinhua news agency. Another 5 appeared in local courts, bringing the total number on trial over the scandal so far to 15. Hundreds of thousands of infants fell ill, and at least 6 died after melamine was added to milk products. The company at the center of the scandal, Sanlu, has already been declared bankrupt. Belgium's political parties have clinched a deal to form a new government following the former Prime Minister's resignation, reports say. Herman van Rompuy, leader of the Flemish Christian Democrats, looks set to become Prime Minister after reaching agreement with 4 other parties. Mr. Van Rompuy, Speaker of Belgium's Parliament, was asked by King Albert to form a new government. The previous administration of Prime Minister Yves Le Terme collapsed on the 19th of December. Mr. Le Terme quit amid allegations about political meddling in a bank bailout. Burma's military government has signed a deal with a consortium of 4 foreign firms to pipe natural gas into neighboring China, state media report. The firms from South Korea and India will pipe the gas from the field of Burma's northwestern coast. The deal was signed in a ceremony in Rangoon on the 24th of December, the New Light of Myanmar State newspaper reported. Campaigners complain that the deals will threaten local people's human rights and enrich Burma's ruling junta. The US and Europe maintain economic sanctions against Burma, also known as Myanmar, for its human rights record and long detention of democracy leader Aung San Suu Kyi. But their impact has been diluted by energy investments from nearby countries including China, India and Thailand, all hungry for its reserves in oil and gas. And now we'll go to a quick commercial break and a word from our sponsors.
Every day, the world wakes up and goes to work, pursuing the unique opportunities that lead the global economy forward. The complexity and close connectivity of today's global marketplace is a true modern miracle that can create unparalleled success. But it takes confidence, passion, innovation, and understanding.
Enabling opportunity.
Protecting capital.
Engineering innovation.
Investing in your future.
Ensuring continuity.
Finding the right balance.
It takes Aon.
The US Treasury has unveiled a $6 billion rescue package for GMAC, General Motors' troubled car loan arm, co-owned by Chrysler's owner Cerberus. The move to encourage GMAC to offer funding to would-be vehicle buyers is the latest amid at easing the severity of the economic downturn. Earlier this month, the White House agreed a $17.4 billion bailout, GM, Chrysler and Ford to help stave off collapse. GMAC recently gained approval to become a bank holding company. This gave it access to emergency government funds offered to other financial institutions. Under the terms of the rescue, the US Treasury will buy $5 billion in shares in GMAC, and will increase a loan to one of GMAC's co-owners, GM, by an extra $1 billion. This increased loan will help fund GM's purchase of shares as part of GMAC's reorganization as a bank holding company, and comes on top of a bailout for the car industry. The Treasury said it was dipping into the $700 billion financial bailout fund, which was approved by Congress in early October to fund this rescue. GMAC's solvency is considered crucial to GM's own survival. The car loans firm has lost $7.9 billion over the past 5 quarters as the credit crisis has